Back, everyone. We are going to do more Gunfire Reborn because, as I said, I'm kind of stuck on this game right now. Not going to lie, I've been super enjoying it. We're just going to play the usual hero and see if we can beat this game once and for all, considering I lose about 2-3 stories in. So glad you can all join me. It is a Wednesday afternoon, and it's going to be a fun day. I got something I can't wait to show you guys here soon. I'll show you at some point during the stream when everyone's here. I got something new that I'm really happy to show off. Really excited about that. Also some disappointment today, but you know, how's that new? If you work bi-weekly, if you didn't know, so people get paid monthly. Don't know about this. So if you get paid bi-weekly, of course, that's every 2 weeks you get a paycheck. So that means you get 2 paychecks a month. But there are 2 months, usually 2 months every year, where you get an extra paycheck. Because it's just an extra long month, and the way that the bi-weekly schedule falls, you end up getting a third paycheck in a month. You get a bonus paycheck. And if you're like me, I have it set up where I pay all my bills on the first, and then the second credit card goes towards paying off, or the second payment goes towards paying off credit cards and other things like that. So when there's a third paycheck in there, that usually means there's a little bit of extra money that can go towards for fun things. You get bonus money to go play around with. And I was kind of thinking I might spend that bonus money this time around on the new iPhone. And I never thought that I would be one of those people who gets the new iPhone every year. I have an iPhone 13. I bought the 12. They offered me a deal to upgrade to a 13 for only $200. It was too good to pass up, so I took it. But the 14, man, the 14 has some features that I am loving. The low light photography looks amazing. But the 48 megapixel camera, I mean, that's just too hard to pass up. All right, there we go. I do not know what happened there. My whole system locked up, everything glitched out. I don't know what happened there, but welcome in, Dragon. Good to have you here. Sorry for the weird hiccups. It would not be streaming if something didn't break every stream. There's your little tidbit of advice for the day, that if you're going to be a streamer, you have to get used to everything breaking every single day. But no, like I was saying, I didn't think I'd be a person who'd get the new iPhone every year, but the iPhone 14 has some great looking features with the 48 megapixel camera, and I mean that's 99% of what I want and the new AirPods for the microphone and some other stuff. So I thought that maybe this bonus paycheck would cover that, but I'm thinking I'm going to need it to pay for other things. I know we talked about a little bit, like the bills for everything are raising, cost of everything is going up, so unfortunately I don't think it's meant to be, but that's okay. I don't need a new iPhone, right? No one needs to get the latest and greatest iPhone, so I might have picked up another photography gig, though. I'm really excited for. I did that company. I did that work for that company who needed to check on their ads, and there's another company that's very similar that says that they need someone to go to the mall and check and make sure that their ads are being played properly in the mall. So since I already have experience with that, I feel very good that my chances of getting that job are going to be pretty high. So, and it's $100 for an hour worth of work, which is about right for my rates. So I think I'm going to get it. I'm really happy about that. And it's supposed to be a monthly gig, so that would be reoccurring every single month. That would be excellent. So we'll have to pray on it. We'll have to hope and pray on that one. But whatever will happen. But I'll be very excited if I can get that one. So hopefully there's not too much competition, but there will be. Dexter's here. Hello, Dexter. Welcome in. Welcome. You know as well as I do that for every single job there's already a million applicants. I think Emmy got something in her email the other day talking about a job. Yeah, I signed up for to try and get a photography gig that does taking photographs of ads in a mall. So I'm really hoping that one pans out. But I think Emmy got an email not long ago that said that they were closing the application process because for just one job they got over 100 applicants. So it's just bonkers out there. Any job you're applying for, you're competing against 100 other people, which is just absolutely crazy. But then it goes deeper. How many of those people are you competing against that have like master's degrees, or they're just out of work and looking for any sort of job? Like it's insane to think about the competition out there for these jobs. Think it sounds fun taking photos for advertisements? Oh, it's super fun. It's a nice and easy gig. It's a lot of fun. Like I definitely want to do it. I have no problem doing it. It's work I enjoy. I would definitely do it again. So here's hoping they pick me. We'll see if they do, but if they don't, then I won't be too hurt on it, because it's not one of those things that you have to get used to if you're going to be in the business of self-employment and streaming and content creation. Is just because you weren't picked doesn't mean they didn't like you, right? It just means that there was someone else who was more right for the job. And especially if you're doing like artistic controls and things like that. Sone's here. Welcome in, Sone. Upside down controller. Okay. Especially when you're dealing with art and things like that. It doesn't necessarily mean they don't like you. It just means that someone else's art is more what they're looking for, right? So it's hard, but you can't let your feelings get hurt on that one. So I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Whatever will be, will be. Oh, I'm running right into the fire. This game is tough with the upside down controller. Alright, here we go. That's working. We're working. And down they go. Excellent. It can be hard, but there's always someone who will love what you do. Always look at the positive side. Oh, so cosplay. All right. Well, that was actually Dragon Ghost redeeming the cosplay. We'll change in just a second. Got a couple beetles to worry about first. Oh, that's not good. Ah, I knew that was going to happen. All right. Let's grab a cosplay thing. We're going to go with the Mario hat today. Alright, Zone told me to change characters, so since I died, we can change our character. I'll show you all the characters here, Zone. You tell me which one I should switch to. So we've got the Underwater Armadillo, Xingji, like Wukong, the Firefox, the Explosive Doberman, the Firefox. Alright, Firefox it is. Oh, wrong button. I did not watch the Nintendo Direct yesterday. I saw a lot of stuff about Legend of Zelda. I also saw there was going to be a new Fire Emblem that everyone's making fun of. Because of the coloring, they're like Pepsi colored or toothpaste colored. I've honestly never played a Fire Emblem game, and I think we talked about this once before, and y'all said I definitely need to play a Fire Emblem game at some point. So I'm thinking maybe I need to get one and play it before the new one comes out and see if it's my sort of thing. Like, it sounds like it's a kind of game I would enjoy, so I don't know why I haven't played one yet, to be honest. I don't remember much about what we talked about, what Fire Emblem is. I don't know if is the new one. It's a mainline part of the series. Like, is it like the other Fire Emblems? Is it going to be different than the other Fire Emblems? I also know there's going to be a Kirby game, but I'm pretty sure it's not a new Kirby game, right? It's it's a port of the one that came out on Wii U. Which, I mean, I never played that one, so it's new to me. But all right, let's see what we got here. Oh. Yeah, 40% fire damage for sure. We're going to go all fire weapons. That'll put us in a good position. We're going to play the Firefox. We got to do the fire damage, of course. But I'm not sure about anything else that was in the Direct. I need to watch it still. What is this game? This game is called Gunfire Reborn. It is a first-person shooter roguelite that came out in early access last year. They just released their first DLC, so I decided to come back and play the new DLC. Because I didn't get too far in the game, and I'm all about the roguelites as of recently, so... Bayonetta was there? That's another one. I've never played Bayonetta, so I don't know what to expect with that. I missed a lot of games, but yeah, I never played Bayonetta, so never seen this game. It was definitely not super popular. It was not well known when it came out, and they deserved some praise for it. It's definitely a super fun game, so I'm sad that they didn't get more information on it, or not more hype for it. Your nephew's a thief? What'd your nephew take? Let's see. Burning bullets, more spiritual flame damage, fiery heart. Alright, we're going to take this weapon. We don't much need it, but we're going to grab it for now, just in case. Never hurts to have a backup weapon. You know what game you've been geeking over lately, Professor Layton? I'm going to confide to talk to you about that game until you play it. I'll continue to talk to you. Is it on Switch? That's going to be the biggest hurdle if it's not on Switch. Or PC. Alright, these guys are using up all my ammo. Why are days so long when it's near your birthday? It's that excitement, you know, like the day before Disneyland, the week before going to Disneyland, the hype just makes everything go so slow. If it's on PC, then that should be pretty easy to play. Must be exciting, your birthday is coming up soon. You want it to be the 16th already? Is that when your birthday is? That's coming up soon. Today's what, the 14th? So that's just a few days away. That's not too bad. Cherish it now, because eventually you'll want those birthdays not to come nearly as fast. Once you hit about 25, you won't want those birthdays to come nearly as fast as they do. And here's the second weapon we were going to get. It's all coming together. It's a puzzle game. I've told you how into puzzle games I am, but Layton is laid back, challenging, entertaining, and the music. We were just talking about video game music not long ago. I am all about that video game music, so you are right. I do need to give it a chance. Get him, Mushu. Burn him up. I'm 23 and I wasn't ready to be 23. Life comes at you fast and then it doesn't stop. Alright, we need to regenerate these shields. This is my new favorite weapon right here. Just hold the dragon, you squeeze it gently to make it shoot fire at people. Burn them all up. Burn the giant beetle. There we go, there we go. And down it goes. I'm 35 and excited for 40 if I live that long. I'm 15 and I wasn't ready to be 14. I'm guessing it's supposed to be 14, not 58. 58 is a long, long ways away for you. Let's see. Ooh, that one for sure. More damage. We always need more damage. Throw these. Why is the beetle so big and not dying fast from fire? That's one of the elite bosses. They are a huge pain. Alright, we're doing better this time around. Alright, Flame Forged, after casting Spiritual Flame, max energy, base damage, or Blazing... Now, we're gonna go with Conflagration. You're excited about Halloween? Beetles are scary? Well, 'tis the season for scary things with Halloween coming up. We're gonna grab this. Place that. There we go. What you excited for Halloween this year, Dragon Ghost? Just the dressing up, or just Halloween in general, or what part of it? Alright, boss fight, we're doing good. Alright, let's burn him. Burn him down. There we go. Miss Scary Kids on Halloween? Your friend and you are going to take Naomi trick-or-treating while dressing up as either Scooby-Doo Gang or the Addams Family. So, I don't know a whole lot about the Addams Family. I watched the new movies with Emmy. I enjoyed those. Those are pretty good. But what I do know about the Addams Family is a really cool photography thing with them. So, go figure. The only thing I know about them is photography, but did you know, so the original Addams Family was shot, of course, in black and white, but most of the set for the Addams Family was super, super bright pink. And the reason for that was because the bright pink showed up super well in black and white. So even though it's supposed to be like, this really dark show, it's all literally super pastel and pink because that's what shows up best in black and white. And that's why, people take these black and white photos and you take a regular photo and then they make it black and white with a filter or, like a small camera thing, and it doesn't look as good as old school black and white photos. And that's because back in the day when people, shot in black and white, they had to shoot their photos specifically for black and white, which means they had to be more conscientious of the colors and the contrast because there weren't actual colors in the film. So it made sense for them to have like these bright pink sets because bright colors show up more contrast in the black and white to give you that set that you saw in the Addams Family. So if you want to do good black and white photography, you actually need really colorful things, even though you're not going to be using said color, because that's the only way for it to show up super well. So there's your weird random fun fact. The only thing I know about the Addams Family, except for the game. I can tell you about speedrunning the old Addams Family game on NES, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't count as Addams Family information. So, and you want me to change characters again? Alright, once I die, I will change to somebody else. I'll let you choose. Alright, doing okay, doing okay. The shading of pink makes it easier for black and white, same as other colors too. Exactly, it was very purposeful. A hydrate, thank you. Have I seen the 90s Addams Family movie? No, I don't think so. We only watched the new ones that came out in the last few years. I think Emmy's seen those, but I haven't seen those ones. I need to. That's what Emmy said. That it's super good, and I need to watch that one. It is on the list. We are slowly making our way through old movies. I have this huge list of old movies that I need to watch because I missed out on a lot of good old movies. No, 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 no. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a corner. We tried watching the old Predator movie, like the original Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator movie, and that was not good. That was not good at all. I do not know why people sing high praises of that movie. Then Hulu, of course, came out with Prey this year, and Prey actually wasn't too bad. There were a few things that were a little, like, ridiculous, sure, but it wasn't bad. It was certainly better, in my opinion, than watching the original Predator movie. And I also crossed Police Academy off the list. People have been telling me for years I need to see Police Academy, so I finally saw Police Academy. And it was okay. I mean, it was a movie. It was a movie from the 80s. You know, I could definitely see its age as we were watching it. Arnold was a terrible actor. He did not sell that movie. Like, he did not sell that movie one bit. But we were crossing them all off the list. Everyone said these are all the classics I gotta see, so we're slowly watching them. We crossed Miss Doubtfire off the list. That was a good movie. But, you know, it's hard to get a bad movie with Robin Williams, right? For the character, can it be the weakest character? Sure. And we also watched Dead Poets Society, which I'd never seen, which was pretty good. So we're slowly but surely crossing all those movies off the list. It's taken some time, but I saw that they're releasing for Star Trek Day. I think Star Trek Day is tomorrow, isn't it? Tomorrow's like Star Trek Day. They're releasing some of the old movies. Oh, they're re-releasing them on DVD now. And those are some terrible movies. Those old. We watched Star Trek 3: Save the Whales. The other. Oh, it's been a couple months now. That was, talk about a bad movie. New Star Trek, pretty good. It's been hit or miss, actually, to be honest. But the newest Star Trek: Strange New Worlds they just came out with is an absolute hit across the board. It is so good. But Discovery, not so much. Oh boy. Okay, we're getting surrounded here. This is not good. Alright, burn that guy down. Switch. Take that thing out. Why does this guy not want to go down? There we go. Oh, let's see. What other movies have we crossed off the list recently? We just started. It's not a movie, but we just have been trying to get through Modern Family. I am so surprised with how good Modern Family is. I'm so sad I missed out on it when that was new, because that has been an amazing show, hilarious all the way through. We're on like season 6 or 7 now, and it's still good. And you know, sometimes shows are good, but then you know, a couple seasons in, they start to lose their fire. That is not the case. This one has been amazing through and through. So if you haven't seen it, Modern Family, I know it's on Hulu right now, is phenomenal. You want to play Minecraft VR so bad? Minecraft VR is something else. It is the only VR game that I have not been able to play like for extended periods of time, because something about it makes me so motion sick. It's so good, and don't get me wrong, Minecraft VR is so good. It's like a whole different world, but it is the only VR game that makes me so incredibly sick when I'm playing it. I don't know why. What other big shows did you not watch? I have a long list of those shows I'll probably never watch. Oh man, I missed out on them all. Breaking Bad would be the biggest one that I haven't watched that I need to watch. because everyone talks about Breaking Bad. Before Modern Family, the big one that I crossed off the list was The Office. And so, congratulations, you've activated my rant mode, The Office. So everyone raves and raves and raves and raves about how good The Office is, and how The Office is, the best TV show ever made. And I hate watched that show all the way through. Like, The Office was one of the worst shows I have ever watched. It was just painfully unfunny. It was the same thing over and over again, and obviously as the seasons went on, it got worse and worse. It was terrible. So everyone who tells me to watch The Office, and this is why I watched it all the way through, even though I hated it, because I tried watching The Office, so I watched the first season of it, and I said, you know what, this is not good. I don't like it. And everyone said, well, you can't stop watching it after the first season. The second season is when The Office gets really good, so you got to at least make it to the second season. So I watched the second season and said, yep, I still don't like it. And people are like, no, the second season was okay, but the third season is where The Office it takes off. The third season is the best. So I said, okay, I'll watch it. And they kept doing that and kept doing that. So I said, you know what, fine. I will watch all of The Office. I will watch it through all the way through every episode. And I still did not enjoy it. I found it painfully unfunny. I do not get why people like that show. So that one has been my big... I'm glad I missed that one when it came out. I'm sad I had to watch it all the way through. You're watching a show called Sandman. I have heard a lot about Sandman. That is written by Neil Gaiman, right? Emmy loves Neil Gaiman, so we are going to watch Sandman at some point together for sure. You're debating on getting a VR Oculus for your boyfriend for Christmas so I can play VR games. The VR, it's tough. I want to say it's worth it because I love my VR. In fact, I have the Oculus 2 now. I traded up for an Oculus 2. And I absolutely love it, but there's some ifs, ands, or buts with it. The big one being, like, it does not hold a charge well, so you have to constantly charge the thing. And half the time when I want to play it, when I can finally sit down and say, you know what, I want to play this, it's not charged. And so there goes my ability to play it for a little bit. So the charge is tough on it. Building the game library, some of the games are expensive, and that definitely can be a letdown where all the VR games are expensive. And if you end up buying a bad one, it's a big, big costly mistake. So that can be a bummer. But I think the biggest thing is it's just like there's a whole ordeal to it, right? Like these days I don't get a lot of time for gaming. The most gaming I honestly do is probably when I'm streaming. So like you have to put on the helmet, you have to make sure everything is charged, you have to wait for it to boot up, and then each game's got like a tutorial and learning the controls, and it takes so much time to get into it. It's not something you can just like pick up and play. You have to dedicate time to it, and these days I just don't have a lot of time to dedicate to it. So as long as you have like time you can sit down and say, I'm going to dedicate an hour to VR, it's perfect. If you can't sit down and dedicate the time to it, you're not going to enjoy it. And like you can't look at your phone. Like, so if you're texting people or having conversations with other people, like, forget about it. You're not going to be able to do that in VR. So you've got to have, like, the time and space to dedicate to it. So if you have that, it's definitely worth it. If you don't, it doesn't get used as much as you think it would. Breaking Bad, The Office, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Squid Game, Sons of Anarchy, and Empire. Sons of Anarchy is definitely one we need to go back and watch. I've heard so many good things about Sons of Anarchy, but we haven't finished it past like the first season. Squid Game, I did watch Squid Game. Squid Game was excellent. I'm excited that they're doing another one. Very excited for more Squid Games. Stranger Things... I didn't get into Stranger Things when it came out, and apparently I missed out, and Emmy just went back through and watched it all again and still enjoyed it, so I think I am going to have to go back and watch Stranger Things because I just missed it, unfortunately. Oh, that guy snuck up on me. I didn't even see him there. Alright, burn that guy down. You haven't been able to play games, you've been mainly doing homework. If not doing homework, then I'm either at campus or helping boyfriend's dad. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at these days. Just don't get nearly as much gaming done as I used to. And like the new WoW expansion's coming out, and usually Emmy and I do like the WoW expansions together, and I don't even know if we're going to do the WoW expansions together this year when it launches. I really hope we do, because it's kind of a tradition. We order like a bunch of Chinese food or burgers and then play, but like last time we only played for like an hour or two, and like, oh, our back hurts, yo. We need to get up. We can't game for 20 hours straight like we used to, you know? And like midnight launches or all night gameplay, like forget about it. There's no way that I'm staying up for midnight for a game anymore, I don't think. Like, can't even remember the last time I stayed up past like 10. We did a ghost photo shoot, and we had to wait for it to get dark to do the ghost photo shoot. And even that was like 8 o'clock. That was more than enough. Oh boy, this is not good. Let's hit him with the Firefox. I'm going to corner myself here, aren't I? No, that's not good. Alright, we got out. Took launch day off. I do miss taking launch days off. I'm going to do that for Pokemon. When Pokemon Scarlet and Violet come out, I am resolved to take that day off of work to play that when it comes out. So I will be streaming Scarlet and Violet when it comes out on the day of. I will do that for the new Pokemon for sure. Did I get the ghost clip? You sent it to me as one of those things where I saw it and I put it to the side and then I never went back and looked at it. So I do have it, but I haven't looked at it yet. Sorry about that. It got set aside, and then, once out of sight, out of mind, right? Like it's gone. But I do still have it. So I will look at that. All right, let's upgrade a weapon and hope for the best. I don't think I'm going to... Well, I might be fighting a new boss, too. Who are we fighting? Oh, boy. Yeah, I've never fought this boss before, so... This is not good. Oh, this is not good. I can't see the boss. Oh. Oh, someone's little whirlpools on the ground that... Woo! Alright. Tough boss. No upside down control. I can't even do it with regular controller. Alright. Let's upgrade our skills a little bit. Alright, so someone wanted me to change characters to the weakest character. So, actually, I just unlocked a new guy. So, I know nothing about him, so that will probably be the weakest character, because I have no idea how to play him. So, let's just go in blind, as weak as possible, not knowing what we're doing. Kind of an adorable little snow bear thing. Not sure what that is, but... Alright, so let's see what this character can do. They're lightning themed, so I should look for some lightning weapons. That's corrosion, that's just a crossbow. Oh, thunderstorm. Okay. So what can they do? So... I can zap people with my paw, okay. Pick up the shotgun. I can move faster and summon lightning strikes. Okay. Oh, the lightning chains other people. Okay, that's good to know. Chain lightning is always useful. I love that ability. Alright, so what's he got? Tesla Coil, plus 2 bounces and plus 2 capacity, plus 200% damage on Thunderbolt summoned by Fatal Current, and 80% movement speed. Okay. During Fatal Current, inflict Chain Lightning with minus 2 bounces on a random enemy within 20 meters. Okay. Let's upgrade our Tesla Coil. I like that. Well, it did not bounce. Why is it not bouncing? There we go. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh, we're grabbing that. This is the Lobster Cannon. We got this unlocked last time we played, and it does this. Big fireworks of explosions. And absolutely decimates a room. Okay, so Chain Lightning connects all targets hit and a complete circuit, deals 40% additional damage. 20% damage for next shot or skill for every damage dealt, or plus 3 second Fatal Current and grants additional 50% skill damage. Okay, let's grab that. Did you have to start all the way over? So this game is a roguelite, which means every time you die, you start the game over, but you do get a few bonuses, so that the next time you run, like you're leveled up just a little bit more, so you do like a little bit more damage or things like that. So yes and no, I did have to start all the way over. Yeah, it's like Hades, so you get a few bonuses for the next time that make you a little bit better, or different weapons or things like that. But you do have to start the levels over. Alright, this electric gun is not it. It is not doing very well. Well, missed my grenade. Oh, bad time to reload? There we go. Alright, I think I need a different gun. This one is not very good. Don't like games that do that. If you lost all your progress altogether, I definitely wouldn't enjoy it, but like having a little bit of something to work towards and a little bit stronger each time, that's my vibe. I love that. So, but it definitely is like a preferred play style, right? It's definitely not for everyone, because losing all your progress does suck sometimes. Alright, what do we got here? Thunder Nemesis. Voltage Surge. Ooh, a crit will make the enemy take 10% of total crit damage. More Fatal Currents, or... We're going to do the Surge. That looks awesome. Awesome damage. No, we can't use that. Now let's zap this guy. Come on. Drop that sweet loot for me. "30 seconds, come on. You can do it." "10 seconds. Come on. 6. Oh, we're so close. Woo! Just barely, literally at the last second. Very, very close. Are you streaming in the evenings now? Yeah, so with my new job, I now start at 5 a.m. Pacific time. So there's no time for me to stream in the morning unless I was getting up at like 3 a.m. and that's just not doable, unfortunately. So I now try and stream after work at like 2 p.m. Pacific time, give or take, but I haven't fully settled into a full schedule yet because I'm still trying things out and trying what if I go onto TikTok or stream somewhere else. So I've been trying a few different things, but yeah, streaming in the afternoon is for sure. There's nothing I can do about that one. Because job changes. But I'm glad to still be able to stream. I didn't lose everything, just lost my time slot. And honestly, it's probably for the better. If I'm gonna be honest, because I like streaming in the morning, but like I definitely get more people in the afternoon than I ever did early mornings. So it might be a blessing in disguise on that one. I definitely despise this gun. You don't even like waking up at 4 a.m. That doesn't sound fun whatsoever. I actually don't mind getting up early for work because it's one of those things where it's like, my job starts at 5 a.m. so I'm off work by 1:30. So I have the whole rest of the day, and especially like during the winter, that's super helpful for photography because it used to be when I got off at 5, 6 or whatever it may be. Like during the winter, I would have zero daylight to ever go do photography with because the sun's just not out at that time. So it's going to be better for photography and drone work and a few other things. So I don't mind it. I like you streaming in the morning, but I'll watch you whenever. I like the morning too, but can't fight it. I did put in a few more applications today for some other stuff, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. And we're still trying to figure out all the changes that are going through and all that. So I did like streaming in the morning, though. I'm definitely more popular in the afternoon, but I did like streaming in the morning. Start your day off with your daily servings of waffles and have a good morning. The kind of vibes I was going for, but make some changes in life and we'll make it work. Not a morning person. I am the most morning person to ever exist. I wake up with a smile on my face and happy and ready to talk, and it drives Emmy absolutely bonkers because she does not want me talking as soon as I wake up. She needs some time to drink her coffee, wake up, like a normal person. Me, I'm awake and here I am. I hate waking up. I for sure understand that, but honestly, the worst thing for me is like when I wake up, I am awake, and that is the worst thing. So like if I wake up at 1:30, then my day's starting at 1:30. Like there is no going back to bed. As soon as I am up, I am up. So that causes some very long days sometimes, unfortunately, when my body says, "Hey, it's 2:30 in the morning, time to get up and get started with your day. That's awful, but I can't go back to sleep. Just get up and off I go. And like on critical hits, yes. On Saturdays we do our devotions, so we have to get up at 3:30 anyways to go to adorations, so we're up early anyways. I know I've talked about it before, but let me tell you again, there is something special about getting up when no one else is awake and going to adoration and just getting to spend time with Jesus, just sitting there adoring God and praying and loving, and it is unlike anything else. If you've never done it, I highly encourage people to give it a try. I know it sucks to wake up early, but just getting up before anyone else and sitting in that adoration chapel with God is just amazing. When I streamed on Saturdays, you just got up, turned on the stream, and then went back to bed. There will be no more Saturday streams, unfortunately. Like I said, that is when I do devotion, adoration with God, so that has been a wonderful gift in my life that I don't want to give up, so I do that instead of streaming on Saturdays, and honestly, it's better for me, better for my health, better for everything else, so... Ooh, deal an extra 50% damage when damage is elemental effect. Well, I certainly need an elemental weapon to take advantage of that, so here we go. I have to have coffee or I'll not be talking to anyone. Oh, there goes my stream. There goes my my layovers for some reason, or my layouts. I don't know why that keeps happening to me. I've always been kind of a coffee snob, and lately I've just been... Emmy got some almond milk, and she didn't like it, so I'm trying to finish it up. And, you know, it's not too bad to have Americano with a little bit of almond milk and a little bit of flavoring in it. Not too bad. I don't mind waking up early to watch a stream, but other than that, I won't wake up early. Well, I'm definitely honored to be the reason y'all get out of bed in the morning. Zap that coyote. Alright, we're making good progress. Running low on ammo. Can't do coffee anymore unless it's ice or Dalgona. I don't know what Dalgona is. I thought I'd have to give up coffee because caffeine was just messing with my body so much, messing with my anxiety so bad. But I got myself some decaf, and decaf works, so I get all the good taste, none of the anxiety. Breaking the Monster addiction. Monster is terrible for you. I know you've heard that a million times, but I love the taste of Monster. Absolutely love the taste of Monster, but energy drinks also mess with my heart and mess with my anxiety, so that's a firm no from me, dog. Love chai coffee. I don't think I've had a chai. I don't think I've ever had chai. Ooh, lightning from the void. That sounds good. I can hit these guys. There we go. Always drink Monsters or Red Bulls on campus. It is a hard addiction to break because energy drinks full on are an addiction. They are so good. But it is a habit worth breaking. Honestly, it was easier to give up smoking than it was to give up energy drinks. That's like how bad it is. Alright. Only a few more guys left. Zap them. Next time you get Indian food, order a chai. It's so good. You know, we don't get Indian food a lot, and we've actually been talking about finding a restaurant to go try Indian food. So we don't really have good Indian food from what I know in our area, so I'm definitely willing to try. I really want to try some curry. Never had curry, so I really want to try curry. Alright, so we got a new gun, the Gosok. Charge up to fire a powerful bolt. Ooh, it's got a Gemini inscription. Oh, that looks so good. We have to try this gun out. This is new. We haven't gotten to use this one yet, so I totally believe that. I'll have a monster every now and then, but I used to drink it every day. It is. It becomes a habit, and it's like I said, it tastes so good, but you never feel good after drinking a monster. You feel regret. Ooh. I like this gun. Boom. You ended up relapsing with vaping. That's okay. You just start again, right? That's the key, is just starting again. But also the hard part. You know, it's the same thing. So I was at Confession this weekend, and I gotta tell you, it was the most adorable thing. So we were waiting in the confession line, and this little girl was going in and doing, like, I think her first confession probably, and like she came out and was just so upset about, you know, sinning and doing wrong by God, and just so sorry for it. And it was super adorable just to see that innocence and that true, like, repentance and sorrow for doing wrong, and it was adorable. But you know, her mom was just so good at comforting her, saying, you know, everyone messes up sometimes, but it's all about getting back in the saddle and starting over again. It's the same thing with addiction breaking. If you relapse, that's okay. Happens to the best of us. Time to start over again. And as long as you start over again, that's where you're gonna beat it. The only reason why you relapsed was due to stress and guilt. I mean, that's the crux of cigarettes and vaping, right? Like, that nicotine does so good at killing stress and all that. Like, I don't blame you one bit for that being the reason for relapsing. It is stress. It has taken me a long time to learn to deal with stress, and even then I'm not great at it. So I 100% can understand why stress is the trigger for wanting to vape or smoke, you know? Oh, I'm going down. Gorilla Tag is too hard? Playing Gorilla Tag again? That's another one that's on the list that I need to play. Okay, I take it back. This weapon is not good. And there we go. Who do you want me to change to this time, Stone? My favorite. That is the bunny. She's my favorite because she gets an ability where when you take down an enemy, you instantly get your ammo back in your weapon, so you never have to stop shooting. So if you get the right build going, she can just hold down the trigger all day long, and it's super good. I end up eating one meal a day, vaping, and many more. I feel weak because I'm going back to my old ways. Definitely don't get into that habit. The one meal a day, that is a bad habit to get into. The bunny is cute. The bunny is cute. Bunnies in general are cute. I wouldn't say no to someday owning bunnies, but honestly, I think once our current cats, you know, have crossed the rainbow bridge and have moved on, I think we're done with animals for a little while. Not because I don't love animals. I absolutely love animals. But like when we want to go camping or doing other things, it's always making sure, well, are they going to have enough food? Is someone going to take care of them? We can't just leave on trips for long periods of time. You know, they need love and affection, all those sort of things too. So we want to be able to go do some things, do some stuff with the podcast, you know, road tripping around, doing a whole bunch of things like that. So I think we're ready to move on from pets for just a little bit, so we aren't tied down and can go do some stuff. And again, I absolutely love my cats. My sunbuns laid on me for like an hour and a half, 2 hours yesterday. I didn't want to move, so I didn't want to disturb him. But you know, when we want to go do something for the podcast, or we want to go, you know, do an investigation, it's always okay. Well, how long can we be gone for? Who's going to feed them? Is it going to get too hot in the house? Do we need to run the AC or the heater for them? Will they get the love and affection they need? And it would be nice to be able to leave the house without worrying about those sort of things, you know? So, again, love my cats, but I'm ready to do some stuff without cats for a little bit. The exception to that would be if I could train an adventure kitty. Because that one of our cats was going to be our adventure cat, but he did not turn out to be a great adventure cat. But the people who ride their bikes with cats and things like that, that's always so cool. I love, like, or the sidecar dogs, like, that have the doggles on. Those are always super cool. Alright, first wave down. Second wave. Doggles are one of the coolest human inventions, no lie. Alright, next wave of monsters. And I'm slowed. No. Alright. Being surrounded, that was a bad place to be. We're going to move over here. Alright, let's move back over here. This is a better place to be when they all pop out than right where they're spawning. Use my swords, and last wave. Alright, doing good. Haven't been feeling hungry lately. That was the weirdest thing after my surgery. For the longest time after my surgery, like, I couldn't feel if I was hungry, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't that I wasn't hungry. Like, I obviously was. I wasn't eating a whole lot because I just got done with surgery. But, like, I couldn't feel, like, the physical hunger anymore. And it still sometimes randomly pops up where, like, I don't feel a physical hunger anymore, and it's such a weird feeling. Let's see. Nothing good there. Guess we might as well grab the second weapon. Probably won't use it, but we'll grab it. And you'd think that I would lose more weight, not be able to feel hunger anymore, but that has not been the case either. I've been stuck at 300 for a while. The day of my surgery, I hit 299 pounds, which was my goal, was to get under 300. So the day of my surgery, I hit my goal, and I've been sitting around like 305 for like months. I cannot get under. I don't know. I hit this barrier, and I just do not know what it's going to take to get through that barrier. I just can't seem to lose. I only wanted to lose 25, maybe 50 more pounds. I just cannot. All the things I've been doing aren't working. I'm still walking. I don't know what I need to do to get that next level. I don't know if I'm going to just be more serious about calorie counting. Maybe I just haven't been as good. Have I changed out my workout routine? So I don't really work out because of my hernia. I can't really lift a whole lot or do anything. So mostly I just go for walks, just like light cardio or hiking. But I haven't changed that up. I do have some stuff coming to do boxing. So I'm hoping maybe some like intense burst workouts with that will be good for losing some weight. I've always liked boxing, so I thought that'd be a fun way to get some exercise in. But unfortunately with the hernia, like I can't do a whole lot of weightlifting, which I used to do. I'd do more swimming, honestly, if I could, but ever since COVID, like, pools just look like giant COVID containers, and I don't really feel like getting in a pool anymore, you know? You have an elliptical and resistance bands. You know, I wouldn't mind an elliptical, but we have no room for any more workout equipment. We've been decluttering so hard, and you don't know where all these things come from. We got rid of our treadmill for that exact reason. It just takes up so much space, and we just go outside and walk. We don't need a treadmill to walk. I do like ellipticals, though. Ellipticals are fun. They are fun machines to use. Maybe I need like a Stairmaster or something. More stair climbing. Maybe that is, and maybe you're right. Maybe just shaking it up a little bit is what I need to get to that next level. You found a super cheap one on OfferUp. That is something. Exercise equipment is usually pretty cheap to find on websites, you know, especially like February, right after everyone gives up on their New Year's resolutions. Usually a pretty good time to get exercise equipment. Oh, this is not good. There we go. And we want to move into a tiny house at some point in our life potentially, so the less stuff the better. The guy you bought from was a short bodybuilder who's more interested in the weights. That's usually what happens. Cardio sucks, right? People don't like cardio. Weightlifting, at least you feel something lifting weights. You feel like you're accomplishing something, like you're doing something. Cardio, you never feel like you've accomplished anything. You just feel tired and sweaty and wish it was over. Oh, that guy snuck up on me. So I totally understand the weightlifting. I would do the weights too, but like I said, with my hernia, I can't lift more than 10 or 15 pounds, so weights are kind of off the table now. It's a shame too, because I liked weightlifting. Weightlifting was always fun. It's good exercise. You do like low weight, high reps for a good cardio workout. Like, I enjoyed lifting weights. In fact, I did weightlifting in high school. You want a hot winter bod? What do I think of the new Zelda game? I haven't seen a whole lot for the new Zelda game, to be honest. I saw that you get like a Green Goblin style glider, and I saw that we're going to use some of those abilities to like go up into the sky. And honestly, that's my biggest worry, is the verticality of the game, because games that are like up in the sky and like, oops, I fell off and now I have to gently glide for 10 minutes down to the bottom and then find a way back up, like, I'm not certain about that. But I'm going to give it a shot. You know, I hated the first Legend of Zelda until I tried it again. You know, that darn weapon durability was always super frustrating, so I'm hoping... Oh, that's not good. I'm hoping that they don't bring the durability over. If they can avoid bringing the durability over, I will be very happy. And that alone will make it a much better game for me. Because weapon durability was the most annoying thing in Breath of the Wild. Just hands down, it ruined the game for me. And I know some people are like, oh, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And you're right, it's not that big of a deal. But if it's not that big of a deal, why is it in the game in the first place? Like, why? What did it add to the game? People say, oh, well, you know, it makes you use different weapons. Like, but weapons rained from the sky. You could find hundreds of weapons everywhere, so it didn't make you change anything up. You were just constantly collecting weapons because you knew your weapons were going to break in a few seconds. But it didn't make me use different weapons I wouldn't regularly use. So I don't feel like it added anything to the game. I just felt like it added an annoyance. So I really hope they learn from that. I really hope that they decide not to do that again. We'll see. Oh, you know, I'll put it a different way. I don't know anyone who liked the weapon system. I know people who tolerated the weapon system. I know people who found, you know, ways to take advantage of the weapon system. But I don't think anyone said, you know what, I loved the breaking weapons in Breath of the Wild. I've never heard anyone say that. At best, they tolerated it because you didn't have a choice. And I'm pretty sure they made mods where it doesn't happen anymore because that was like one of the #1 gripes, you know? I'm hoping they don't do what they did for Korax Seeds. Oh, definitely. Well, you know, they're whatever for me. Put the Korax Seeds in. I was not going to spend all the time hunting them. And I know some people are completionists and they have to complete the entire game, and for that, 100% annoying, but I'm not one of those people, so if people want the Korax Seeds in there to go hunt down, no skin off my nose, but I am not going to hunt those all down. Like, even if it was one of those things where, like, Mr. Beast joined the chat and was like, St. Waffles, if you hunt down every Korax Seed, I'll give you $10,000. I don't know that I could be bothered to hunt down all the Korax Seeds. Like, I could not think of anything more mind-numbingly boring. And I do spreadsheets for a living. Like... Oh boy. Stop blocking me. The reward for finding them is stupid. I think the reward is bragging rights more than anything else. I'm pretty sure that's half the point, is to be able to brag to your friends and say, I got all the Korok seeds. I think that's the platinum trophy, so to speak, is the reward. Which I'm pretty sure Nintendo doesn't do platinum trophies, so it's only a platinum trophy in your mind. It is getting hot in this room. You get a golden poop for getting them all. That's mean. That's really mean. Why would they do that? Alright, I can reroll all the inscriptions on a weapon. Nice. Got the extra critical damage. Alright, we're close. We're close to the next boss. We just gotta make it through this area and we're back to the boss. We'll see if we can beat him this time. Woo! I feel like they should have a reward worthwhile. Oh, for sure, like, I know they added that DLC motorcycle afterwards. If the motorcycle was the incentive to collect all the Korak seeds, I definitely feel like that would be a sufficient incentive to get all the seeds. That motorcycle was pretty cool, so if that was it, I'm sure a lot more people would have been happy with it. Hoping for the new game, they add birds from Skyward Sword. I know that people were talking about a potential rumor that we're going to get Wind Waker on Switch. Is there any truth to that? Have you heard anything about that? Because that would be exciting. I never really got to play Wind Waker, so... And I hear Wind Waker is like the best one. Unless people are talking about Ocarina of Time, which I'm pretty sure... I know the internet's going to hate me for this one, but I'm like 90% sure the reason why people say Ocarina of Time is the best one is nostalgia. Is it really the best one? Or is that just nostalgia talking? Like... I'm pretty sure it's nostalgia kicking in. Probably nostalgia. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's probably some nostalgia. Probably. But then again, I'm not the biggest Legend of Zelda fan in the world, so I'm not exactly the best judge of it. You know, I liked Oracle of Time and Oracle of Seasons, and I know people hated those ones, so maybe I'm just not a good Legend of Zelda fan. My favorite Legend of Zelda was the Legend of Zelda 2 as an RPG, and honestly, I felt that they should have kept the game as an RPG. Like that, with like the leveling up and the magic system and all that, so... You know, revoke my Zelda fan license, because I know that is the pinnacle unpopular Legend of Zelda opinion, is that number 2 was the best. They should have kept going with that. Oh boy, I have to fight the same boss again, so this is not going to go well. Here we go. We're going to lean forward. Gamer mode activated. No! Ah! It got me. Right in the corner. You're still waiting for new Elder Scrolls games? I'm pretty sure there's never going to be another Elder Scrolls game. I'm pretty sure it's a meme at this point. Alright. My room is getting too hot for me to sit in. So, that means it's probably a good time to draw an end. Oh, wonderful. My ending screen is gone. Excellent. Well, imagine an ending screen here since my stuff all broke. I will probably stream tomorrow, but I got to get out of this room and I got to stand up for a little bit. So thank you everyone for dropping by. Thank you everyone for coming in, talking. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the follows and all that. It's super appreciate all that. Thank you again, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.